Allyson, what?
Yalla bina.
Yalla bina? Yalla bina. So first of all, يعني, I want to thank you so much for being here with me. It's really a pleasure. And I don't know what to start because you have many things to talk about. So let me ask you يعني, from the beginning about your trip to Cairo or to Egypt for the first time.
Well, first let me say thank you it's an honor to be here with you.
Thank you so much.
And also,
My pleasure.
I appreciate your amazing production team who works behind the scenes to make you look good
Thank
and
you.
me look good today.
Thank you.
And grateful for them as well. Yes, this is my first time to Egypt. I've traveled all over the world, every continent except Antarctica with my work that I do. But I have never been in such an amazing place in my life because you have preservation of history, for thousands of years. You know where you came from. I'm an American. We're 200 years old.
Yeah.
And we're a mix of all cultures and ethnicities and religions and all kinds of backgrounds. So to have this sort of backbone, you might say, that you have must feel really special. I've had a chance to visit some amazing historical sites while I've been here. I've kissed camels and horses and climbed up on pyramids and visited museums.
What did you think about it, especially what took you so long, by the way, to visit Egypt?
You didn't invite me.
Yeah.
No, you invited, I came.
So what do you think about Egypt?
I think this is
the
what I've been...
expectations.
I can't. When I travel to countries, I come with an open mind. I know the money's going to be different. The food's going to be different.
Of course.
The language is going to be different. And
But I think this is in every place you went, because you went all over the world, I think.
Yes.
So all thing is different. But what expectations you thought about Egypt before coming here and what you saw here?
Well, this is they call it the 7 wonders of the world or whatever, but I think it's like the first wonder of the world. I didn't have any preconceived ideas before I came. It's just that, even just the Nile River is something that's iconic in our mind as Americans.
Yeah.
Seeing King Tut's sarcophagus, we have the pyramids. We have all these this imagination in our mind and a dream that we want to visit here one day, and then finally, and I'm looking at everything with such awe, everything that I see.
Really?
Yes, because at my age. Right,
Yeah.
I've waited so long to see Egypt, and
that's why I'm asking you.
I'm just getting started. I've only
course.
been in Cairo, so there's so many other places in this country that are worthy of visiting.
Okay, so Allyson, I don't know from where to start because you have a very big journey in life, and it's very interesting. It's very dreamy. So. If you want to say something about yourself or about your journey from the beginning, of course I will talk about it in details. But what you call it, or
well, the life I'm living now that you see, I would almost call it, like you said, dreamy, or a fairy tale. But it's not. It wasn't like that for decades.
Yeah.
Before this, I faced so many obstacles and challenges, whether it's financial or emotional or some relationships. I was pretty much on the bottom, even in America, and thinking there's no way that I can change my life. But I got a yellow card.
Before the cards, what you call about yourself or say about yourself about where we're talking before the interview, about the power of a dream.
I think down inside of us, every human being is so unique. For instance, you have fingerprints that no one's ever had before.
Of course.
And never will.
Yeah.
Every snowflake is different. Inside of your cells, for instance, is a strand of DNA that's about this long. And you have at least 20 trillion cells. So if you take every strand of DNA and you put it end to end, it's enough, just your DNA, to go to the moon, to the sun and back over 70 times. Think about that. So we are, uniquely made, and I believe with a unique plan for our life that God has put inside of us. And it's up to us,
So I think that every person has his own unique life.
Yes. Opportunity and destiny. And
let's start from very weird thing
Yes.
for the American culture. I think you have 11 kids.
Yes.
How did you do this? يعني how from يعني it's 11 kids from one man.
Yeah, that's
right?
right.
One marriage, of course.
One marriage,
No adoption.
no adoption. So I had 11 children.
11 children. Okay.
And
So how did you do this? So from where and how you think about it?
Yeah.
يعني
well, I was an only child.
okay.
And so when I got married, I was thinking I'll just have maybe one or two. And then I had 9 surprises. And I have 9 daughters and
Okay.
two sons.
And 2 sons.
And, you know, I feel like as a woman, I have a lot of businesses and I work very hard now. But my greatest and most important job that I've been given is to be a great mother and to invest in the next generation. And so, you know, I spent the first 20 years of my married life investing in my children. I didn't have a nanny, didn't have a, you know, cook or someone cleaning for me.
It's very hard. It's
You know,
it's
but,
يعني when you go through the details or think about it,
Yes.
it's like how did you manage to do this? How did you afford time and money and care, everything?
Well, I grew up on a farm. My father was a
Okay.
farmer, wheat farmer, and also cattle. So grew up riding horses and herding cattle. And I think this work
Oklahoma.
in Oklahoma,
Yeah.
where all the great country and western stars and the rodeo is.
Yeah.
And I think this this lifestyle of hard work and not afraid of getting dirty or falling off a horse, you know, really built in me a very deep work ethic.
Of course.
And it toughened me, you might say. So
Yeah.
when the children came along, I didn't know any different than to give it my best and to try my hardest every day to be a good mother and to, you know, raise each one uniquely and individually. Yes, it was
And
a
what-
lot of work,
what-
and for a lot of there was not a lot of money. In fact, there was very little money. But
Yeah.
it doesn't take money to raise good children. It takes good character and investment in your children with their time, in their school, you know, their dreams of athletics.
What about their father?
Hmm.
About the idea of having 11 children?
Well,
يعني
well, you know, to your audience, I'm over 60, so I was born in a time when we were very traditional in the United States with mother,
Okay.
father, and you know, raising your children and being good neighbors and, you know, this sort of lifestyle.
Yeah.
And so it was.
So
I think,
it's a countryside living. It's very different from the city.
I
of
think
course.
America, you know, 60 years ago was different than it is today, and everyone, you know, invested in their children and taught them right from wrong and to respect their neighbors and to be kind, and so it was just a normal culture for us to be good parents.
Okay. And what about the children? يعني يعني how did they go on with you to have between every kid? I think it's 1 year or 1.5 year, or maximum 2 years. I think. يعني. So how they feel about that? How they're dealing with this?
I think it's all about the attitude of mom. You know, mom needs to continue to make every child feel special and
Okay.
not just try to lump everybody into the same boat. Everybody's going to play football or everybody's going to play piano. I try to look at each child as an
Okay.
individual person, has individual talent.
Okay, of
And
course.
so I had a gymnast, you know, a couple of gymnasts. I had swimmers. I had baseball players, which is like cricket. I had
Okay.
some that played the violin. Some, you know, each one was
This is,
uniquely gifted. And so if you go in and you encourage that gift to come out, your children actually are fulfilled and happy and satisfied.
So work about on their talents also.
What about their? Excuse me.
You work on their talents also.
Yeah,
This
I observe the child. You observe a child, you'll see their talents will start emerging. You know, around 3, 4, 5 years old.
Yeah, of course.
A lot of times, not always, but usually around this time, you can kind of tell where are they inclined. What is their dream? You know, one was an ice skater. She, from the time she was 2 years old, she's in love with ice skating, and so I just tried to do my best to get them a coach and take them to practice and teach them that you must attend practice every day, whether you're tired, whether you're having a good day, you're having a bad day, and learn to lose, learn to win, learn to fall, learn to get up.
I think this story about having 11 children, I think it's inspiring for many parents who have one or two kids and they're feeling horrible about their life and how they're gonna raise them or afford living for them. I think you're inspiring, Annie. I think. So let me ask you a question. What are their names?
John, Kelsey, Dale, Victory, Cindy, Christy, Kimberly, Olympia, Ashlyn, Sydney, and Julianne. And the reason I can say their names so quickly is because when I pray for them every day over the last many decades, I say it just like that to God. You know, I'm praying for this. Yeah.
It's very hard just to know their names, by the way. Well, let's go through your personal life.
Okay.
How did you feel when you start going to Harvard and you were after 50?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about it.
Well, when you're a mother, and a lot of moms might understand this, you give and you give and you give over the years. And I woke up about 48 years old going, I lost myself. Who am I? Am I just going to be a mom the rest of my life and just work a job? Is this it? Or there's got to be something more that I can do with my life. I was born to do more.
You were thinking about this when you were raising your kids?
No, I wasn't even thinking about it. My dream was their dreams. Their dreams were most important to me. And one day I woke up and thinking, maybe there's a dream for my life.
What about my dream?
What about me? Not from a selfish standpoint, but there was something stirring in my soul that says there's something more for you. And as I told you, life was on the bottom for me in so many different areas. And I don't know how to climb out of this pit, that I'm in. And so for me, the only place I knew to turn was to my faith. And I needed to rewrite the script for my life and to change it and take responsibility for where I was. And at that time, I was only high school educated. But the message that came to my heart was I needed to become educated and become financially independent to be able to pivot and make a change.
How did you make the switch between a mother till you're 50, raising 11 children, totally a mother? Where's the switch? From where did you make the changing of the mindset to look about yourself and your dreams? What's the trigger?
Well, first of all, as a mother, we never switch.
Okay.
At my age, we never switch. We always are mother. Mother is priority in our heart. We never let go of this.
Until now.
But now we add. Women can have it all. We just can't have it all at the same time.
But I'm talking about switching your lifestyle.
Yes, it's chapters.
Yeah.
So I was a stay-at-home mom for 20 years. Then I opened a business. I'm still mom for 10 years. And this is after this, I'm almost 50. And then I'm thinking, there's got to be more. And I don't know the best way to get there. It's hard to change your life. It's hard to improve yourself. It's awkward and uncomfortable. I remember, so I knew I needed to get my bachelor's degree, my undergraduate first.
Yeah.
That was my first step.
Yeah.
So I went down to the local university and I went to an advisor and I said, I want to start and I don't even know what degree, and she advised me, you should do this degree. I said, okay, sign me up. And I did 8 courses per semester. I graduated in 2.5 years instead of 4. Because,
2.5 years.
Because, in my mind, I'm running out of time. We only live a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And so I made perfect scores. And I graduated at the top of the class, top of the university, and I didn't even know I had this ability. And I think when we take a risk and we step out, we find out things about ourselves we never knew. So I suddenly realized I'm actually talented academically. Yeah. And I remember walking in the classroom the first day. Everyone else is 19, 20.
Of course.
And I'm 48. And everyone thinks I'm the professor.
Yeah, of course. Normal.
And what everybody in the class doesn't know is I've never done a Word document. I've never Googled anything. I've never written an email. Why? Because I was so busy running kids here, there, cooking, everything. I got behind in technology. So it was. You
told me you don't have.
I wanted to quit first day.
First day, you wanted to quit.
I wanted to quit.
Why?
because I felt totally inadequate and incapable.
Yeah.
But I decided I would take my phone, get
Because
my
you
phone.
told me you didn't
I got my
have
phone out. And after the first all these courses, I'm getting all these assignments, and they're all going to be Word documents, and this. I've never done a Google Doc. And so I decided I'm going to scroll through my phone with my eyes closed, and I'm going to click on a phone number, and whoever it is, I'm going to ask them, should I stay in school or not? I'm struggling. And I did. And it rang to an old school teacher.
Really?
In her late 70s. And I told her all the reasons why I shouldn't do it, and these children, and money, and time, and inadequacy, and she really got onto me angrily. No, you will do this, and you will figure it out, and you're going to finish this degree. And so it was like that.
You did this because you wanted to hear a voice to tell you stop and quit.
Yeah, the voice was stop and quit, stop and quit.
Stop and quit.
I also did some research recently. Do you know 44% of our thoughts are negative about ourselves? And a woman's can actually be up to 80%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we combat, every human being has to combat this thinking pattern of negativity about themselves. It's a battle every day.
So how you got accepted in Harvard?
So then after I finished my bachelor's, I actually applied for a certain degree, and I got a rejection letter from Harvard.
Okay.
This was my dream. And then I wanted to quit again. And I called my best friend and I said, I'm devastated. I got I was told no. And I was going to just go ahead and get a master's degree at my local university. And this friend said, no, try again. Try again. I tried again. And anyway, ended up graduating at 55 years old in 2016.
Okay.
You can do the math. And graduated again with, straight A's at Harvard. And all my research was in NASA and our U.S. space program. And this, launched me into a new life.
So tell me about this NASA international program.
One of my professors at Harvard suggested I go into the space industry, do all my research in space.
Okay.
And I just took her advice. I didn't know much about it. I mean, I grew up in the 60s where I watched all the Apollo programs. I watched all of our astronauts land on the moon, and it stopped the world. I mean, these guys are heroic, what they did, and it took 400,000 people to get the first astronauts on the moon.
Astronauts on the moon.
400,000 contractors, yeah. And so, think about the technology. It was very, very little then compared to what we have now.
Yeah, of course.
So, I had great admiration, but didn't even think I was good enough to go into the space program. But she kept pushing me, and she pushed me to.
And why the space program?
I don't know. I don't know.
It just came like this?
This professor encouraged me. People come in your life for a reason.
Of course.
And mentors float into your life. There's a Chinese proverb that says, when the student is ready, the teacher appears.
Okay.
And I always find these people coming across my path at the exact time to say, here's another door of opportunity. God gives opportunity. It's up to us to walk through the door or not. And, and I was desperate for change. So if a professor said, do this, I said, okay. And she was right. And I took the chance, and she had suggested I attended International Space University, which is a NASA-sponsored international school for space professionals and people from space agencies all over the world. And it's about a 10-week course that's intense. And there's about 120 people from probably 30, 40 countries that come together. And they teach us everything there is about space. So it was like baptism by fire for me.
I don't know, but I think it's what we knew about space was very little. I think it's not common for all people. Most of the people think space is something, I don't know what to call it in English, but it's something like fantasy.
It is.
Right?
It is.
So what you do with this master's in life, other from being in NASA or I think you were in Congress for NASA?
So what happened was when I was attending this International Space University, another professor took notice of my passion and my desire and my hard work. And he said, I want you to come to Washington, D.C. and work in Washington, D.C. I will set up some interviews for you at NASA and different areas of our space community. And I said yes. You have to realize all this time I'm still thinking I'm just a farm girl with, 11 children.
Yeah.
I'm a mom. I'm still, struggling within myself to believe. But these people sometimes come in your life and they believe in you more than you believe in yourself. And
I think this is
I leaned on their belief. I didn't have any in myself. But we can't determine where we start. We can only determine where we finish. We can't determine what family we're born into. We can't determine how much money we were born into or prestige, right? I remember sitting in class at Harvard being so embarrassed to be from Oklahoma farm girl with 11 kids. Everybody else in the class is sitting there. They're like PhD from MIT in aerospace engineering. They're all like fantastically educated from prestigious backgrounds.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting in the back row, embarrassed, kind of small, Then
Yeah.
I remembered I can't control my talent. I can't control my background. I can't control the money I have. But what I can control is how hard I work. That's it. And
What you have now, this is what you can
all
control.
I had was hard work was in my hands. That's the only thing I could do. And
Yeah.
I just right there decided I'm going to outwork everybody here at this school. That's the only thing I could do was work. And so I did. And I decided to work as hard as I could on every paper, every test, every exam, everything.
So, tell me about the gymnastics.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course you started gymnastics since you were a kid.
Yes. So I was in a sport that was very similar to gymnastics. Gymnastics wasn't a big thing when I was little yet, but my mother was smart enough, again, to recognize talent and get me a coach. And I
Okay.
just was an ambitious child, very ambitious child that liked to work hard and take on a challenge. And I was
And you
competitive.
were an only child.
I was an only child.
Yeah,
I was just a competitive kid.
yeah.
And she not only did that, but so she made sure I worked hard. I didn't have a gymnasium. I didn't have a facility to train in. Nothing. I
That's
trained,
why
I
I'm
trained
asking
in my
you about it.
yeah. I trained in my front driveway, like concrete, in front of where you park the car. That's all I had. I was in a town of 250 people. There's no good facilities.
Okay.
But she didn't. She always said, "Don't let what you can't do interfere with what you can do." So, she taught me. I remember even our high school track coach. He said, "Let's start a track program with you girls." We didn't have a track, so he went to the farmer next door and asked the farmer to get his tractor and plow a 400-meter track
Make a
in the
track.
dirt in the wheat field. And this was where we trained. But it
Okay.
made our ankles stronger. We got stronger and stronger and stronger.
course,
And we
yes,
beat all the
that's
people in our Oklahoma that had the fancy facilities. So this was really good training growing up. And eventually became a world champion
But
several
about
times.
the techniques of gymnastics, it's
Yeah.
very professional. I think
Yes.
it's.
Yes.
So how did you do
But
it?
it was not the gymnastics like you see on TV. It was a different kind with like the throwing the stick in the air, things, this sort of stuff. So a little
Yeah.
different. But I think again, winning, losing, failing, all this is part of this training when you're an athlete
Of course.
that makes you a better person
Yeah.
in the future.
Yeah, we train about life
Yes.
through the sports, and that's why I did this program, by the way.
I know.
So,
I love it that you're a
and
great
until
athlete.
now, we didn't start the program, by the way, but let's start from choosing from 1 to 23, any number, and see how it goes from the
Okay.
words, okay? Choose.
Well, do we need to talk about the gymnastics at all?
Of course,
the
we'll talk
coaching?
about anything,
So
of course.
we'll come back to that, like that I coach it now. We'll come to this business. I
Yeah,
do
tell
too
me about
later.
coaching
Yes.
the gymnastics now.
Okay. So 25 years ago,
Yeah.
I woke up in the middle of the night with this funny feeling that I should start a gymnastics program, different than what I did, the one you see on TV, the traditional balance beam, the vault, uneven bars, floor exercise. I have this feeling I need to start
This is
this.
at the same time.
I'm
nearly
38 years old.
38
The year
years old.
2000,
Okay.
25 years ago. I have 10 children. This is before education,
Okay.
10 years before education. And I'm thinking to myself, this has to be like last night's pizza.
Yeah.
But
There's something wrong.
and I'm thinking to myself, I've never done this gymnastics. I've never coached this gymnastics, and I have 10 kids, and I have no money. How do you start a world-class gymnastics program? I want it with the right equipment and the right
Of
facility.
course, right place.
Yes, and but you know, I've learned just to say yes to these sparks, these ideas, these people would call it an epiphany. I've just learned to step forward, and I've learned to step forward, and if it's right, the path will clear. If it's wrong, nothing happens.
Okay.
So I took a step forward and started training in the grass in my backyard with kids.
With who?
One of my daughters. My
You
first
started with-
customer was my own kid.
You started with your daughter.
Well, you know, that's all I had. As I told you, you start with what you
Okay.
have. I've learned to start with what I have, even if it's tiny. Everything starts as a seed.
Okay.
And then next thing I know, someone offers me at the church their gymnasium to use it. So I start doing it, and it's growing a little bit.
Okay.
No money really being made, just continuing to learn and grow. And then one day, I got a phone call from a man who lived probably 2,000 kilometers from me. And he said, "You're Allyson." I said, "Yes." He goes, "I met you one time." He said, "You helped my son, who's 30 years old, through a crisis about a year ago. Your family took him in. He lost his job. You got him back on his feet again, and now he's like a brand new person, and his mother and I are so thankful. Could we send you some money to help children like you helped our son?" I said, "Okay."
Oh.
And so he sent me money, and I'm thinking it's going to be like $300 US dollars.
Yeah.
Because I've never really seen more than 300 in one time at this time.
Really?
Well, yeah, we just didn't have a lot.
Yeah.
But this man sent me 300,000 US dollars. He was vice
300,000.
he was vice president of the largest airlines in the United States, about United Airlines.
Wow.
And he said, "Here, go change lives with this money." And then I had the ability to rent a facility and buy all the quality equipment. I had an Olympic coach come alongside me to partner with me
Wow.
and taught me everything I know now. And so it's been in business 25 years. It's always been successful. And currently training over 550 gymnasts as we speak.
Wow.
And I still coach. We compete all
You
over the
still
country.
coach until now?
Yeah, we have hundreds of state, national, world champions. And it's just been we teach these kids not just about winning gold medals. We teach them about being winners in life. So every day, training stops. Kids, it's all girls, are sat down and told, you need to live your life with good morals, good ethics, respect for people, respect for your parents. You need to have good grades in your education, and you can be anything you want to be. You can be a surgeon, you can be a senator, you can be in parliament, you can be a CEO, you can be whatever you want to be. You can be a good wife,
So
good
it's
mother.
not about gymnastics at all.
You
by
know,
the
those
way.
gold medals and those trophies are going to gather dust. They're going to quit gymnastics one day. But I want them to be champions in life till they're 60, 70 years old. And this is the most important lesson, not point your toes.
Also,
Not stick your landing.
you have a very I don't know how to call it. And it's very very weird life.
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah, and it's amazing what you're talking about, from raising kids, 11 children, starting gymnastics from nothing.
Yes. Harvard from nothing.
Harvard from nothing. So I think this is fascinating. Yeah.
I think you're seeing, of course, the tip of the iceberg, the good times right now. But the bottom underneath the iceberg is a rough time below. But I believe sometimes this is how we're polished and prepared, for what we do in life. And now, as I've begun to finally prosper in life, I'm very generous, and I'm always seeking out people that are in the condition I used to be in and lifting them up, and telling them your dreams can come true, if you don't give up.
I think when I hear your story, or people hear your story, I think they must be thankful for what they're having in their life.
I'm thankful every minute.
No, I'm talking about normal people who has many things, but they don't use it. In comparison to what you're doing in every step you take in your life, it's I don't know what to say.
Well, we have a famous
Really?
we have a famous author in the United States. He's died now, but his name was Mark Twain. And he said something. He said, the two most important days of your life is the day you were born and the day you find out why.
Okay.
And it took me a long time to figure out why. And I don't want to live a life of regrets, you know.
You don't regret?
I don't want to, you know, this may sound a little morbid, but we're all going to die. And I don't want to take my last breath with regrets. There was actually a nurse. For 13 years, she took care of dying patients. That was her job.
Okay.
And for 13 years, she wrote down every patient's dying regret. Then she made a book out of it. Do you know what the number one regret was of most of these people?
What?
They didn't do the dreams that were in their heart because of other people's opinions.
Yeah.
When you
They
chase
quit
your
their
dream,
dreams.
it's not always popular with family and friends, and those closest to you. But you know, you got to answer for your life at the end of your life, to yourself, to God. What were you born to do? And I don't want to have regrets. And it's hard when not everyone agrees with you, especially people you love. But, you know, you have to take a chance. Because there'll come a day when there are no more, you know, yellow cards. The red card comes.
So let's talk about
Yes.
the words of 23. Choose from 1 to 23. Any number.
Any number?
Yeah.
Well, we'll just go with the 11.
11. We have the anger.
Anger.
Yeah. You know, in football, it's our sports. We have some anger, and the fans, even when we're playing, we have a little bit of anger. Maybe it's for short term.
For the
but it's
players?
anger.
The players or the spectators?
The players and the fans, and you see people all over the world. They have anger when they lose. They have anger in the field, competing in the field. Tell me about your anger through your hard, fascinating life. You told me about your story. How you control your anger through all these years and all these.
I think when I started having children, I probably had very little patience.
Of course.
I mean, anger comes from a lack of patience.
Yeah.
We call it like a short fuse, right? Where you explode quickly.
Yeah.
But I believe with the 11 children really created a tremendous amount of patience in me. Tamer, when you have 11 teenagers, okay,
I can't imagine.
you have to learn to bite your tongue.
Yeah, and I think most people
Pick your battles.
no way.
Know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to, you know. So I learned anger doesn't solve a lot of problems. You have to learn to be loud or you have to be lovely in life. You want to be loud or you want to be lovely.
How you control your anger?
When
When you're responsible for 11 children.
Because if you're angry, there's consequences. You're either going to have to go apologize later, or your blood pressure is going to go up, or you can't sleep. There's consequences. And after you've been angry enough times, you get tired of having to go fix it.
You don't have you don't have time to fix
I don't want to go say I'm sorry. Who likes to apologize?
There's no time to apologize.
Nobody likes to apologize. So I stopped being angry, because every
Okay.
time. But again, I had someone say to me, I got angry a couple of years ago about something, and this very nice friend came to me very calmly and said, "Now, Allyson, in life you can be loud or you can be lovely. Which do you want to be? If you're lovely, you're going to have a lot more friends
So,
and
Allyson,
kindness."
what makes you angry
What makes me angry?
in life?
Nothing anymore.
Nothing.
I've learned to keep a great attitude. Even if something's canceled or it doesn't go that way, maybe my flight's canceled, I have to spend the night in the airport, I've learned just to make the best of it. Life's too short to be unhappy. I've spent many nights on the hard floor of an airport catching the next available flight. And, you know, what I do think about is 100 years ago, they were on camels, donkeys, and boats. And we have a privilege of being on airplanes. Why should we complain if we have a canceled flight or something's delayed? We live in the best time
So
in
I
human
think
history.
it's hard to make people think this way from this perspective. It will change, of course, our mindset.
Hmm.
Of course. So choose another number.
Well, I actually looked up 11.
Okay.
I Googled just now.
Yeah.
It said it's the master number symbolizing intuition, spiritual awakening, and high energy, encouraging someone to trust their inner wisdom and align with their true purpose. I didn't know this when I picked 11.
Yeah, of course you
So,
picked 11.
yeah, so
So
maybe that's why I picked it.
let's go to another number.
Okay.
Choose.
Let's double it. Let's go with 22.
22, we have cry.
Cry.
Yeah. What makes you cry?
When I don't do my best, when I see people suffering. I've been to Pakistan 11 times in the last
So let's talk about this
yes.
phase. You went to Pakistan.
11 times in 16 months.
I think you.
Amazon jungle twice during this time.
Okay.
Work a lot inside of Afghanistan.
What did you do in
Africa.
Afghanistan and in Pakistan? I think you were doing something for women there. Tell me about your journey and how did you go there and why did you go there?
Well, I go all these different countries and speak as a keynote speaker. I don't have a PR firm. I don't have someone calling and setting up appointments for me.
Okay.
It's all by chance over the last 10 years, you might say.
But it's very weird to go to Pakistan and
But a lot of people
Afghanistan.
actually try to go to different countries or different things they do by wanting to meet a famous person, and then they connect with the famous person, and then they think that if they rub shoulders with famous people or rich people, they're going to elevate their life. But I found it's just the opposite. For instance, with Pakistan, a little boy 2 years ago reached out to me on Facebook. He was 11. He said, I want to do a live interview with you on Facebook. He's from Pakistan.
From Pakistan.
And I said,
Why?
I don't know, but I try to say yes to everything. I
No,
doesn't matter.
how did he find you?
I don't know. Just randomly saw somehow on Facebook, and he said, I want to do an interview with you. And I said, okay. I say yes. I literally say almost yes to everything. And so this.
You say yes to everything?
Almost everything. It's got to stay moral, of course.
Like the
But a lot of people,
Yes Man,
like the movie Yes Man.
Yes Woman.
He got sick and tired of his life, and so he started saying yes to many things.
Yeah.
This is where the magic is, the power of yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people will overlook that what we call lesser people. We have this category of people like this, but God doesn't see people as these levels. He sees everyone equally.
Yeah.
So I try to have this mindset that all human beings are important. So this little boy wants to do this interview. He sends me all the questions in advance, all 10.
Okay.
He does this event with great technology. I mean, great polish, and he's using English as his second language. And I'm so impressed. And all of a sudden, his classmates are asking me, and so I'm doing like 4 or 5 interviews a day, 3 days a week, skipping work, not skipping work, but stopping what I'm doing, and going with these little children in Karachi, Pakistan. And I get a call from a wealthy businessman there after about a month of this, and he says, "Why are you wasting all your precious time on these children?" He goes, "These are the poorest kids. These are the poorest children in Pakistan." I go, "I didn't know they were poor. They were organized, well prepared, and I think children are just as important as adults. I'm sorry, but I do.
Yeah.
Youth is so important." And so he said, "Come to Pakistan." So it was the open door came through a little boy, a little poor boy. And once I got there, the doors began to open to speak at all kinds of events, meet with the president's home, prime minister's cabinet, their Air Force generals, their fighter pilots, CEOs of business, chambers of commerce, schools, orphanages, everything.
All this came from this
little boy.
This
little boy. First place I went was to meet this little boy.
Yeah.
Okay? And then Pakistan, the doors opened in Pakistan. This happens in most countries. It doesn't come
And you went
through
there?
some fancy person asking me. Yes, because human beings are so important. The love of people is the key.
The love.
Mm-hmm.
So we have love here, by the way.
Okay.
To tell me about love in your life.
I lost love because I lost my husband. And
Who was the love of your life?
he was not actually the full love of my life. I had my children. But I went through a lot of heartbreak. And we won't go to the details. That's not important. What's important is I realized in the end of your life, what's important is you can't take your house with you. You can't take your cars with you. All you want around you is love, people who love you, right? This is the prize. Love is the prize. God is love. And so I feel like the more I've gotten closer to God through actually having all these children, it's what caused me to come close to God. We're praying for them.
You lost your husband.
I don't want to go into the details just because he's the father of my children. I want to maintain respect. But what I will say is the most important thing we can do is love people. It doesn't matter if they're what nationality, religion, background, culture. The media does a lot to divide. The politicians do a lot to divide. And to be honest with you, I've been to so many places, and I find that human beings, even their religions, are like 97% the same.
Of course.
There's like 3%.
Right.
We fight over the 3%. We cause wars over 3%.
We fight on 1%, by the way, not 3%.
We fight over tiny things.
Yeah.
And this, I think, I think this makes God cry, because He created us to love people. And so I've had the best time in my life learning to love people. And the miracles are always in the relationships. The miracles are in the friendships, even with this little boy in Pakistan.
Yeah.
And this has happened. This type of things happened all over the world for me.
So what do you think about the women rights in our region?
Well, I'm not a feminist, okay? I believe that a woman should be a woman. I love being a wife. I love being a mother. I love it a lot. But I feel like even in America, we're behind. When I was born, women had only been voting for 40 years. They couldn't get a bank account. They couldn't get a credit card.
Why?
Culture. And I think that, we've never had a woman president, and we probably won't for a long time. So, everyone imagines the United States is very advanced on, women's equality. Yes, it is by law, but in practice, I think around the world we have a long ways to go. But I think women can remain a woman and still forge ahead and still give her best. And is it always popular? No. Do you pay a price? Yes. You have to be courageous as a woman.
So what's the definition of feminist?
Well, I haven't really studied it a lot, but I think
most people say...
I would say someone maybe that doesn't appreciate men, doesn't... I don't know. In my mind, I picture it's like someone who hates men. But I don't know if I'm right or not. But I love the brothers. I love the brothers. Okay?
Yeah, of course,
because men bring to the table protection, power, provision, safety, leadership. Men bring a lot to the table, but women do too. And so I think if you need a bicycle with two wheels, if you want to go forward.
Yeah, of course.
So,
you're right. Of course.
Yes. But I don't think we should ever neglect our responsibilities as a mother or a wife as well. It's good to do both. It's a tough balance.
Yeah, of course, it's about balance. I think this is about balance.
But everybody has 24 hours.
Yeah.
And if you organize it right, you can almost make it happen.
Let's go to another number.
3.
So we have the coach.
What is it?
Coach.
Coach.
The coach.
Really?
Who's the coach of Allyson in life?
Well,
Personal life or
I'm sitting
business?
I'm sitting here looking like I'm a one-man show. I did it. But that's not the case. There's people around me still, right now, as we speak, a team. It takes a team to... In fact, my most recent LinkedIn post talks about the team.
But I'm talking, who's the coach since you were a kid? Who's the coach you always listen to or want to talk to or say something to him or to her? Who's the coach?
Who coached me?
Who coached you?
Yeah,
since you were a kid.
So
in life.
First, it was my mother, of course.
Your mother.
My mother, and she was a tough mother.
Yeah.
She wouldn't let me skip any practices, skip school if I was sick. She says, "You're going anyway."
You're going
And
anyway.
I said, Mother, I'm so sick, or I don't feel like it, or I'm tired. Why can't I skip practice today? She said, because if you skip it once, it's easier to skip it the second time.
The second time.
So she taught me discipline and consistency. And sometimes you got to coach yourself, too, as you get older. You know?
Yeah, of course.
You got to grab yourself by the shirt and say, Allyson, we're not going to do this. We're not going to act this way. We're going to do better.
Okay.
Life is, especially if you're a person of faith, I believe it's a lifetime self-improvement course. The best coach we've ever had and the toughest coach I've ever had is God.
God.
God's been the toughest coach because he lets us go through tough times and trials and tribulations to polish us and prepare us, and we don't like it. But if we trust Him, on the other side of this storm is the sunshine and the dream.
طب who you go to when you feel when you have a problem or something going on in your mind, you don't can't handle it, if you want to cry, you go to who?
I have a few best friends.
Best friends.
For like 40, some that have been around 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
And they're priceless.
Of course.
And I can share everything with them. They don't judge me. They encourage me.
No judgment.
And when you express your faults, when you express your troubles to someone, I feel like sometimes you suddenly have clarity what to do next. If they just listen. It's so important to be a good listener. They listen. They don't say anything. And when I'm finally finishing all my venting,
Yeah.
I suddenly go, oh, this is.
I think everyone needs someone to be around him to listen without judgment.
Mm-hmm.
This is hard these days, by the way.
I only have 2 or 3, and most of us do.
Yeah.
Just a few.
You're lucky.
Yeah, I am very lucky.
You're lucky. So let's go to another number.
Okay. 7, my favorite.
7, the defense.
Okay.
Of course, you know the defense. In American football, there's a defense, of course.
Defense wins games.
Yeah.
That's what we say in American football. And I love American football, by the way.
Yeah, me too, of course. I told you I like the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah.
Yes.
So what about the defense in your life? Did you use defense in life? Did you defend yourself when someone says something that's not in you or something like that, or you just?
Normally I turn the other cheek. I think the best defense is to do the morning routine. So every morning I wake up, first thing, inspirational material. For me, I read the Bible. I pray. I create a strong heart, soul first. Because we have a battery inside that gets loses its charge each day because life beats you up. So first thing, charge the battery.
How?
For me, like praying, reading the Bibles. And it doesn't have to be that for everyone, but it can be your source of inspirational material.
Everyone has
Holy
his
Quran,
own,
YouTube videos, something where you feed your soul.
Feed your soul.
Second, I go to the kitchen and I have a nice, healthy fruit energy drink that I make, fresh fruit.
Okay.
Third, I put on my running shoes and I go for a run, at least 3 to 5 kilometers every day. Rain, snow, travel,
Whatever.
Africa, Pakistan, Egypt.
You do this every morning.
Airport, if my layover is the airport, I land in the morning. I'll do it at the Paris airport on my way here. I run every day. By the time I'm finished with this morning routine, which only takes maybe an hour.
This is the charge of your day.
This is the magic, yeah.
This is the magic.
And so I build the strong heart, mind, soul. By the time I'm finished with that run, I feel like a champion on the inside.
Okay.
Because I conquered the snow and the rain, and then I don't want to run. It's painful.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking
it's painful,
about. Yeah,
but when I make myself do it and I'm finished, then I feel like I can conquer this day. I can be a champion today, and it's all within. Okay. And this is the defense. The defense is I've created a strong defense before before life hits me.
So defense is to
That day.
conquer the circumstances around you, or
I build the power
obstacles.
inside and outside
Yeah.
of my here first,
Okay.
and so I have created personal defense.
This is the first time someone to tell me
So
about
something,
the
an
defense.
arrow. Maybe someone comes at me and says something critical, or a child hurts my feelings, or something. You get a betrayal from a friend. I've got the shields up already. I'm ready to say, I forgive you, or we're good. Let it go. I forgive. This is the defense.
Okay.
Before the day begins, the defense is set.
Yeah. Okay. This is a very different perspective, really. Another number.
You pick.
I pick. Okay.
Have you ever picked before?
I can pick. I can pick the time.
Okay.
You know, the time in sports is very precious. For basketball, it could be a second,
Half a second.
half a second. What about time in your life? How did you see it? Did you? I don't know how to say it in English exactly, but did you steal the time, or the time went fast, or you're okay with time in life?
You know, time is scary to me.
Scary
Time marches on. Whether I'm,
for all of us.
yeah, time, and I always wonder each day: did I maximize what I should do for my time? Did I sleep too long? Did I use my time wisely? You know, each day, because time is limited. We're mortal. You know, and as you get a little bit older, you hit 50, for instance, you don't know if you're going to be 60 when you die, 70, 75, you don't know. And so you start living life from death backwards in your head, because you know one day you're leaving this planet. So time gets more and more precious the older you get.
Of course, right.
And
Yeah.
and
can
so
feel it.
I want to I want to make the most of every minute. I'm so thankful for the new life I have. God gave me a second chance, and I want to give other people a second chance. So my whole life is built on offering other people like a second chance. I help a lot of people, try to help as many people as I can.
But when you look when you look at your life journey, do you think it's okay with the time? You did many things, or you think that time flies?
I
You
feel like
wanted to do many things
I
more.
always feel like I always feel like each day I wasted a little time. Maybe I was on my phone too long. You know, maybe I slept 30 minutes too long. You know, I always think.
According to what you did,
I do feel
your
this way,
stages
though.
in life, I think
Yeah.
you lived more than 200 years.
But I think, yeah, that's sometimes my biggest regret at the end of the day is did I waste any time today? Did I waste time doing not with you? I don't mean these things are
Okay.
This is the impact. This is what I want to do. What we're doing right now. You know,
Really?
I could do this all day long, every day. Yes, but do I waste when I'm alone? Am I wasting time?
So let's go to another number. I choose also, okay?
Yes, please. You
Okay.
choose.
Let's talk about the VAR, the VAR. VAR, it's the video assistant referee in football, when you go back to the cameras and see if the referee took the right decision or not. He can go back
Yes.
to the camera and he can change his decision.
Yes.
For Allyson, did you go to the VAR in your life and change your perspective or your point of view on someone, or something, or an idea, or about a person? When you went to the VAR, you saw another thing.
I did. So during, I'll just tell you how something that really changed me. In the United States of America,
Yeah.
our media and is often anti-Muslim.
Yeah.
Every video we've ever seen from childhood on CNN or anything like this, if they show Iraq or Afghanistan or Egypt, or all they show is camels and sand. They don't show beautiful malls, beautiful hotels, that people are the same everywhere, dressed beautifully. eating amazing food. All they show us is kind of a wrong perspective of this part of the world. Okay? So we grow up with this image in our mind. We don't know any different. But during the Afghanistan withdrawal in 2021, August of 2021, when we left, the United States left Afghanistan, I spent quite a bit of my time every day for over a year helping women and families escape from Afghanistan because they were afraid of the oppression they might live under this government. And I became associated with hundreds and hundreds of Muslim women, families, children. And I found out that the most loving, loyal, kind, generous people in the world. I found my tribe. Okay?
Yeah.
So I completely changed my mindset based on the love and the experience that I had with these people. And still to this day, you ask me who my best friend is that I go to in the United States when I'm struggling or crying or upset about something. She's a Muslim woman, and she's my best friend. We practice Ramadan together even. And I found out that I needed to change this. And I did. I found out that...
How did you change it?
And so now I spend all my time in Turkey, Bahrain, Egypt, Pakistan, working with Afghanistan, Azerbaijan. This is my favorite part of the world to be in because I fell in love with my Muslim brothers and sisters, and I had to make the referee in my mind had to make a adjustment.
Why do you think the media always sending these messages to the American people or the European people?
I think it's even vice versa. I think they make us afraid to travel. They make us afraid, bad things are going to happen to us if we go here, we go there. We're going to get robbed if we're in Egypt. They don't say this exactly, but I'm saying we have this fear mindset. And
I think I remember now an interview with Denzel Washington.
Mm-hmm.
He said if you listen to the newspaper or the interviews of the media, you're misinformed.
Yes.
And if you went through it or something like that, you're uninformed.
Yes.
What do you think about this perspective about the media or about what you will see in the newspaper or on TV news or something like that?
Yeah.
Why do you think it's like that from only this perspective? Why?
Well, not all media is like this. Not all media. Like for you, for instance, you're bridging gaps and bringing the world together. And there's been a lot of great media that I've been around and been exposed to personally.
I mean the big names in media who can spread all over the world.
But the legacy, I would call it the legacy media, the ones that have been around, the legends.
Yeah, the legends.
Have been around, seem to, I don't know why they do it. I don't know why they bring out words of division. Even in the United States, Republicans versus Democrats, the media pits them against each other. When really, Americans love each other. We are a nation only 200 years old, a little over 200 years old, and we're a nation of immigrants, all immigrants.
Yeah, of course.
They've come from all over the world, all ethnicities, religions, food, culture, languages have all come together and living in peace, right? And America will fall apart if it's divided from within. And so I don't have all the whys, but I do see
let's talk about, do you like Trump and his policy? How did you see his policy?
Well, all I can tell you is growing up in the year, I was born in 1961.
Okay.
And that was a time when we were taught to respect our president and to support our president. Whether they're Democrat, when I was born, it was John F. Kennedy, Democrat, support him.
Yeah.
My mother was a Republican. I think my dad was a Democrat at the time. But I was taught with each president, respect your president.
Respect your president.
And debate with civility, and and then go have a cup of coffee.
Mm.
Don't shoot each other when you don't agree with each other.
Yeah, I understand.
So I was taught to respect all of our leaders, and do your changes at the voting go vote.
Go vote.
If you want to make changes, go vote.
Yeah.
You contribute to a campaign. You know, whether it's going out putting flyers on doors or giving a contribution. And this is the democratic American system. This is how you change policy. I don't. All I can tell you is I respect Joe Biden. I respect Obama. I respect Trump. I respect Ronald Reagan. I respected them.
Okay.
Do I agree with all of them? Of course not.
Okay.
But I don't want to politicize the interview.
No, not a politics.
Right?
Of course, I don't talk in politics, by the
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
But it's these days there are many people
conflicts.
talking about all the world. I think it's a special era. I think
It is. And I believe that internet has been a great thing. You know,
Of course.
It's brought us all together.
Yeah.
Like just even going to Pakistan, an interview on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Or the Amazon jungle. I was asked by a
Yeah,
chief.
I want to talk about this.
Yeah, we'll talk about this. But also, internet has gotten where people can just mouth off. I call it mouth off. Say angry things because, like you said, they're sitting in their basement, in a T-shirt. Can make whatever you want to say with no accountability, and it's increased the anger.
Yeah, it's release for the anger.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about your journey in the Amazon jungle, and it's very weird. And I saw the pictures. It's very interesting, but it's very hard, by the way.
Like I told you, I try to say yes to as many requests as I can from people, but
but it's a very big yes. It's not a normal yes.
Well, if it's not dangerous and challenging and impossible, I'm kind of bored at this point in my life.
Yeah.
I received an email from one of the most powerful chiefs in the Amazon rainforest.
Okay.
He's a stranger.
You don't know him at all?
No, and he's asking me, he's using an interpreter, so in English, it's in English in the email. Can I please bring internet deep into the Amazon jungle?
Why did he ask you?
Well, he said he had sent 100 emails to very rich people, and to ask for these 25 Starlink. Starlink is the Elon Musk's internet that was created. It's space internet that beams internet into remote areas that can't get cable or traditional, cell towers or something like this. He had written 100 emails, and nobody would say yes. And a friend of his in Brazil, which is where the Amazon rainforest is, saw me speaking at a conference. And she called the chief and said, "Chief, I found the woman you're looking for. I don't know if she's got any money or not, but she's got the right heart. And we're going to ask her."
You got the right heart.
And so I got this email, and my first thing was, why do you want internet? I emailed back. Why? Tell me why. I need to know why. And he said, well, 4 reasons. 1, we have zero communication between us. Like if we need a question answered, we have to walk 3 days to the next tribe, ask the question, then walk back 3 days.
Wow.
So it's very slow if we need help or we need something. 2nd, we need health care. We have zero health care. We have snake bites, pregnancy issues, malaria, diseases.
Everything,
we can do telemedicine.
Normal.
Telemedicine, right? 3rd, we have zero education for children. Zero. And even education if people want to be educated, in other areas like online courses or learning English or learning Portuguese or whatever. I said, okay. And he said, 4th reason is the Amazon rainforest is being destroyed by illegal miners and illegal deforestation. And we cannot call the authorities, the Brazilian authorities, and tell them, hey, there's illegal people here. Because we are the guardians. We're the guardians. Because we have no communication skills. We have no communication ability. So these are the 4 reasons. I said, that's good enough for me. I'm going to find a way to get this money. I'm going to figure it out.
But I think it's easy to communicate with the Brazilian authorities.
No, they cannot. There's no phones or nothing. No electricity.
How did they reach you?
His friend is the one that reached out to me through the email. Okay. And so I'm thinking and I'm praying for donations. And then I'm on a morning run like I normally am every day. And I feel to myself, Allyson, if you don't make the first donation, nobody else is. If you don't believe in it, make the first donation. Because it's going to be like $20,000 US to buy 25, to buy all these or more. And ship them to Brazil from Los Angeles headquarters where they're made. And but I am working the space industry, as I told you. So I know all the space people. And I know the head of Starlink, the director of Starlink who created it. So I reached out, and he made sure everything was shipped. I paid for everything. I got enough donations from my daughters and friends.
Really?
That's it.
Yeah.
Myself, daughters, and friends. And we had them shipped all the way to Brazil. And then the chief contacts me and says, through his friend who speaks English, Allyson, come with me into the jungle. Let's deliver them. Come deliver them with me. And so I went.
You went.
Took 5 flights to get to the edge of the forest, and then about a 6-hour canoe ride. And now I'm on foot, walking 50 kilometers into the jungle with
Listen,
no
let me ask you
food,
something,
no food,
please.
no water.
Let me ask you something then.
Just choose.
What do your children say about these weird things you're doing in life? Do you ask, or did you tell them about every step you take? Because you just say yes, as you said.
Well, when I was not living in the best life, I told you, not a good life.
Okay.
And my life was bad. I was thinking to myself, one of the reasons I wanted to change was, what am I teaching my 9 daughters by allowing myself to live this life I'm living about happiness? What am I teaching them by example? So this is why I got my education and why I did what I did, because I wanted them to watch and to learn.
Yeah, but when you go and tell them, I'm going tomorrow to Amazon jungle.
Yes.
It's
Or I'm working in Pakistan or these different places
Yeah.
where I travel alone as a woman.
Yeah.
Everywhere. So I told them, I made out my will, your last will and testament, and if I die and I don't come back, just know your mother died doing what she loves.
Okay. And what did I tell you when you heard?
Mom,
when they heard this?
Mother, we want you to be happy. We just want you
All
to
of
be
them?
happy. Yeah, they want me to be happy.
Okay.
Who doesn't want a happy mom?
Did you take any of them with you in any?
Yes. A few times I took one at a time. I try to always take my children one at a time.
Yeah.
Even if it was to the market or to the, always just try to take one so they have one-on-one time with mother. So several trips I took them, not to Amazon.
For
Not to
Amazon,
the
of course.
dangerous, not to the dangerous places. Then I would feel guilty. But several times into Europe and different areas, I've taken one at a time.
Okay. So let's go to another.
So we did. So I went into the Amazon jungle, on foot.
Yeah.
We have no motorcycles or donkeys or horses or anything. It's all on foot because it's so
Walking through the jungle.
snakes and the cobras and the jaguars are so dangerous. They'll kill the animal you're riding.
Of course.
So the mosquitoes are huge. A lot of people get malaria, but you just have to. I've run a marathon before, and I've never experienced such difficulty physically. I've been an athlete. I didn't. I got 3 kilometers into the jungle, and I'm thinking to myself, I can't do this. It's so hot and it's so humid, and the ground is so treacherous. And there's many rivers you have to cross, and there's no bridges. It's just a tree that fell across, and you have to balance, and you certainly don't want to fall in. And so it's exhausting mentally and physically, but you can't quit, And so you're drinking all the water from the rivers. There's no water with you. And then whatever the chief kills, that's what you eat that night. And that's all there is. And I had to eat a lot of things that I thought I'd never eat before to survive, to get finally to the first village.
You knew this before you started, or you didn't? You didn't know all this, of course.
I have a bad habit of ready, fire, aim, or what do they say? You don't look before you leap. I just leap and then I'll look later.
See.
Yeah, but I think when you have a dream in your heart, if you start pushing that dream up into the brain will talk you out of it. All the logic of why you shouldn't. So I try to keep all the dreams down in the heart and not up into the brain. The brain will kill the dream.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about the pain.
Yeah.
What's the pain inside Allyson? You don't want anybody to talk about or come near it. It's always with you. You have it inside. You're walking with it.
Yeah, I think the pain would be betrayal, that everyone goes through it. It creates a great pain in our heart, great heartbreak, And there's no medicine for it, is there?
Of course.
And sometimes if you've been in love and you've been betrayed, it's scary to love again.
Okay.
Because what if you have to go, what if love is a risk? And what if this happens to you again? Can you bear it a second time?
Okay.
So
you only loved once,
no, I think we can love again.
but you're afraid of the pain.
No,
as you
not
said.
anymore. I'll tell you why.
Ah.
As I mentioned to you, my dearest friends are Muslim people, the ones
Okay.
that I rescued from Afghanistan. And they said to me, Allyson, we don't know how to repay you. But our greatest gift for you is we want you to love again. So we're here for you. We're praying for you, for the right man to come into your life, and we want you to take the risk. And if you get hurt, we're here. We want you to tell us about every date. We want you to start going on dates again. We
Yeah.
want you to start taking this chance again, and it's not going to be painful anymore because we're here. And we're going to absorb this pain for you, and you're going to find the right person, and he's going to find you. So you asked me, this was my greatest fear, but now I don't feel this way anymore because I have these beautiful, beautiful friends around me that
Yeah.
are so determined,
Okay.
more determined than I am.
So heal your pain with your friends, with your true friends
love.
around you.
It's their love.
The love of your friends around you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
What about the red card? You know, the red card in football, it's in soccer, it's you just get rid of some of
Rejection.
the
Yeah,
players.
it's the ejection from the game, right?
Yeah.
Disqualification,
Yeah.
right?
So
I came really close to the red card
really close.
in life. I was pushing 50. 50 was the red card.
50.
Yeah, God had given me a lot of yellow cards along the way, changed my life. Not that I was a bad person. I just was living mediocre, not wanting to take a risk for new life, new change, awkward moments, uncomfortable things. And he kept giving me the yellow card. And one day I knew the red card's this far away. And I had no choice. I got to make the change now or never.
Okay. So we have here the yellow card.
Yes.
Do you use your yellow card? You give يعني alert كده for someone, or you go tell someone don't do this again. You give chances.
You know, the internet is full of boundaries, removing toxic people from your life, don't put up with bad people, all these things. I don't think this is the right message. I think we need to have mercy
Okay.
and forgiveness. And so I give people, most people will give one yellow card and the friendship is over. Second yellow card, get rid of the friend. But I've learned that no human being is perfect. And so I probably give 8 or 10 yellow cards before they get the red card over a period of years.
طب tell me.
Because people can change.
I think people want to change.
But there's
not all people can change.
So if
take the risk of change.
But with the red card, finally, let's say you red card somebody, I don't announce to them, hey, goodbye, I won't see you again. You know, I'm not cruel about it. I just
tell me about the.
You just distance yourself. You know, distance yourself.
I don't have here the green card. But you can tell me about the green card.
I like to distribute green cards. Green cards for me is new beginning.
New beginning.
Yes, I love, like I said, to people sometimes just either need, like I help pay for women's tuition for school, the older women.
Tell me about the school
you've got to get these green cards out, distribute as many green cards as possible. And there's other things, but that's one example.
Tell me about the school, women's school you made in Pakistan?
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Well, as I told you, education changed my life, and somebody paid for my scholarship. If a scholarship means somebody else paid for it.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I've never forgotten where I came from, and I still marvel at how an education, it didn't just change me financially, it changed me in here and in here. Something changed inside of me, confidence came. And I'm thinking if I can just put this inside of a woman or a girl, it can transform them, which then when a woman gets educated, she changes her family, and then she'll change her community, And she just keeps expanding this
Yeah.
influence from her education.
So if
She
you did
gives
it
back.
from, yeah, you did it from this perspective. Yeah, it's
I
not
did.
about education.
I remember the
no.
pain. I have so much sympathy and empathy for when other people can't get educated. And I won't get into the reasons why I couldn't get educated before, but there was a barrier. And so I decided that I would see if the current government would allow a girls' school in Afghanistan. And so I didn't personally go ask them, but I did, I did have many Afghan friends because of my work inside of Afghanistan to go request a license for a girls' school. And I figured all they can do is say no, and I wanted to do grades 1 through 12, which is, almost impossible.
Impossible.
But they did say yes. And they granted
Very
me an
challenging,
official license.
especially in Afghanistan and the government and the culture.
My experience has been very decent. And so we followed the exact rules of what they want us to teach. We teach English, Dari, their local language, Holy Quran. We teach computer, algebra, women's healthcare, girls' healthcare, and also a trade, which is sewing, tailoring. And we comply with exactly what they say. I rented the building, pay for all the utilities, water, Wi-Fi, everything, desks, computers. I have to pay for the salary for all the faculty as well. And first year we had 750 students, and nobody pays it one anything. They pay nothing.
Listen, what you're doing is unbelievable.
So, but it's a team of people over there that are, it just all came together. It's a team, and they do a beautiful job. We've had 2 years now. We're on our 3rd year, and we make sure the government can come in and inspect anytime they want. We have cameras so they can see what we're doing. So there's no anti-government activity. It's all about just growing the community and whatever they say. And if they say we can't do it anymore, then we stop. We'll stop. But for now, it's happening. And what's most rewarding is receiving videos from these girls that felt that they would never be able to be educated, and now their smiles, their hope, their future. It's I believe will make a better Afghanistan.
You're changing the world for them, by the way.
They'll. I'm not changing. They're changing my life. I think I go to these places to change the lives, but really people change my life.
Yeah.
I meet these people inside the Amazon jungle, most beautiful people, kind, considerate, moral, generous. We imagine they're like primitive or something, but they're not. They're just like us. They're just like us.
Can I ask you a question? What's the question you didn't find an answer for until now?
Elaborate a little bit.
In life, is there a question in your head you didn't find an answer for until now?
Yeah, I don't have the answer yet, but I want to know if there's a more. Am I supposed to do more? Is there something else that I'm supposed to accomplish? Is there a way to make more influence and impact on this planet? And if it is, what is it? Is it media? Is it politics? Is it to keep doing what I'm doing? I don't have the answer for the next chapter.
Okay. What if you're now the President of the United States of America? What would you do first thing?
Pray and go for a run. Surround myself, just like I do in my businesses. I surround myself with people that are smarter than me. I really do. The reason my businesses are successful is because I hire people that can do what I don't know how to do. And I pay them to do this, and because I can't do it. So if I was the president, I would bring people around me that were smarter than me. And I believe in horizontal leadership. I don't see myself at my businesses when I walk in like I'm the boss and I look down and here's all the servants. I imagine myself like on the same level. We're all like working together as a team for a common goal, common mission.
But do you think all people do this?
I don't know. I just know that arrogance and pride don't work.
Finally, what's your message in life? Through all what you passed through and what you did and what you're doing, what's your message?
Love God, love people, love yourself.
Listen, I think we're running out of time.
Mhm.
We're staying on, by the way, more than 2 hours now, by the way.
Really natural. So it feels like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
To me, maybe to you, it feels like 4 hours.
That's,
But to me,
I want to thank you so much for this interview. It really meant a lot to me. And thank you so much for being here. And I think we have another interview when you come. You will come again. You told me that you will have another trip to Egypt.
Yes, I've had an amazing 5-6 days here, and you the icing on the cake. We would call that in the United States the fantastic finish for this trip.
Really, thank you so much. I really appreciate what you're saying, and it's a pleasure meeting you, really. To know you on a personal level, and also your journey in life, and what you're doing is very inspiring. So thank you so much, and good luck in your life and in your work and everything. And I think I have to see your children.
Yes.
Yeah, and
I've been very blessed in Egypt. Every day just kept getting better and better and better.
I will see. There's many places in Egypt you didn't see. We'll see it next trip, inshallah.
Absolutely, inshallah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.